Hey, beautiful shining stars. I know it's been a month. When I go hermit, and I have really no control over it because it's what spirit asks. And when we live in that beautiful, inspired life, then we have to just kind of like, go with the flow and do the things, as they um, enter our lives. And not only that, but in the month of June, I also had work. I'm working on my Etsy Tarot class. I'm working on two major books, and I'm just like doing a lot of different changes. As always, we're always creating changes in our life, because I know that I repeat that a lot. I'm doing changes. But life is about changes. Life is about us going through the different seasons, the different chapters, and just kind of like writing those beautiful energies and vibrations. So, which leads me to why I am here with you today. So, you saw that I said a couple of weeks ago that we have a huge moon energy coming through. And I had said that I wasn't doing anything for anyone like ritual type wise, and I'm not, but I am creating some crazy magic the spirit asked me to co-create with this blue moon energy. So I wanted to share this video because I do have the listing up on my Etsy shop, and I will link it below just in case you come across this video. So blue moons are a very rare astrological event. A super blue moon is even more kind of once in a lifetime type thing. And then you have like moons that only happen during certain energies in a lifetime. And if I'm not mistaken, and you could totally Google and do your own research, this moon happens every, I don't know if it's every like 30 years or something like that. Now, it is also the sturgeon moon, which is the energy of the fish. And this is an energy of fertility, which brings a lot of what? Abundance into our lives. I personally connect with fish with babies, abundance, fertility, but also the energy of flow, because fish work together as a community, but in a very flowing way. Like if you see the way they swim, it's kind of like very beautiful. I have been very blessed to be able to live always by water, and I used to vacation all the time, almost like weekly, in the Florida Keys. And one of my favorite things to do was just sit and look in the water and watch the fish do their daily activities. And it was just so like serene, and even as a child, I've always been a weirdo. I was 12, 13 years old, and I would just grab a lounge chair and just sit there and just enjoy watching these beautiful colorful fish playing and just doing their work. And once I was able to start snorkeling and stuff like that, it was just really mesmerizing seeing them and being around them in such a way. So fish to me is such an abundant type of vibration and energy, which leads me to why Spirit asked me to create this for you. So I did, and I'm gonna share with you everything about this energy of the blue moon. One of the first times that this came out in the news, I think it was like 2007, and again, you could Google it. It was like a very rare blue moon. It was all over the news. Comes every lifetime. So there's like certain blue moons, because apparently we get blue moons every 2 to 3 years. But there are certain blue moons that are really, really rare because they only happen once in a lifetime, once every certain decades, once every century. So it's like when these astrological events happen, you see that NASA goes crazy. The governments are all on top of it, and you wonder like why is this so important? As a spiritualist, for us, these blue moons create massive changes in our lives. And I'm talking about our lives as a whole, our earth, our planet, the universe. It just creates these ripple effects. And I feel, especially that I felt that we're feeling the shadow of the era of Aquarius. And I know I've said before, we're in the era of Aquarius because you could feel it, but we are in almost like the shadow of it. So that's why there's times that you feel like you're in this era of Aquarius. And a lot of the experts have talked about that we going through this energy in 2025. Spirit has shared with me that they feel that depending on, the work that we do, that we might go into this vibration way in 2028. So it's all depending on the work that we do as humans. I recommend that if you want to see what I'm talking about, go watch the movie Tomorrowland. That movie, though, is very Disney and very fictional. It actually shares a lot of how we as a vibrational beings of light, all working on a current, on a vibration, could create butterfly effects in our reality, which brings us to what I am sharing here with you. I was going to be very selfish because I'm going to be very honest. I am very selfish when it comes to the blue moon energy, because I use these blue moons usually to create my oils that I use for years, also for myself and for my family. But Spirit says, Daisy, everyone needs this. You have people around you. You're no longer really talking personally to anyone anymore. I had to make these shifts and changes, and I kept saying I'm doing it, and I wouldn't do it. Now it's happened. I no longer connect with anyone. I have assistants that do all the messaging back. So if you send emails and stuff like that and you haven't gotten a response, I recommend that you get a reading through my Etsy shop. I also have spiritual chats that you could do. The spiritual chats, you will talk to me. You get 45 minutes of hardcore go into your lifespan and what's going on. And we have beautiful breakthroughs. I have a few people that really do this every month just to shift their reality and get out of that rut energy. But I no longer have the time and definitely not the energy to, every time I get an email, to go deep into your personal lives, and I can't do that anymore. So with that being said, I love my classes, because in my classes you see me here. In my virtual sacred space, I'm able to do beautiful work with you. The manifestations have been surreal. The participants that take these classes and do the work really shape their reality. And this one is going to be cosmic, because we're using a very rare astrological event to kind of like shift quantumly through the different frequencies and timelines. Of course, I can't explain all of this in one video. This is why this is 30 days that we're going to be doing the work. We start right around the time of the blue moon, and then on the blue moon, you get, for those that participate, only the ones that participate will get a very private link where we do this hardcore ritual where we just really engage with spirit. Like, you're going to feel that. You are going to really feel this energy, and you will have the tools, because I will send you the tools personally energized just for you. That's why I linked the listing below. I only have very few spots, and because I have to energize each one of these kits that I send to you, so very few have been are going to be created, because this is made to order. With that being said, I thought there's so much magic to this energy, and I want to share with you things. And cosmically, when it happened this way, it's almost like the universe, the divine, has synchronized so you could use this kind of like, I'm not gonna say portal. There's been a lot of portal openings in 2023. We've had a lot of a lot of full moons, a lot of full moons, a lot of astrological events. That's why 2023 has been such a busy, busy year. But on August 31st, we have the super blue moon, the Sturgeon moon. And then 30 days, think about the energy of 30 days. On September 29th, you have a super harvest moon. And what is harvest? In the time of the pioneers, harvest moon was all about, they would have these huge parties and events where everybody would reap everything that they sowed and worked so hard during the hot summer months to make sure that they had enough food, abundance in food, to take them through the hard winter months. Now, life is supposed to be very simple. I feel like humans and the power controlling individuals have put a lot of chaos and a lot of stress into what was supposed to be a very simple and flowing life. And this 30-day energy is going to share with you how to take yourselves from this reality that you're seeing, that you're trying to work with, and how to take full control of your life. How when something enters your life that you do not want, you are going to be able to stop it on its track, make that decision and be like, this is no longer part of me. I'm going to teach you how to Kitty wants to be in the video. I'm going to teach you how to be in a vibration where if you don't want something, how to send it back, get it out of your life. I'm going to teach you how to feel when something is wrong. Like, and you know, I always, like, if you watch my videos, I'm like, I'll say things like, there's a disturbance in the forest, or, you know, I notice, and, you know, I've taught this to my kids. I have a book that I leave for them so they could study all of the work, all the knowledge, all the wisdom that Spirit has shared with me, and so they could take that into their lives and share it with their children, almost like a spiritual Bible where we are able to take all of this magic that we've learned and use it, incorporate it into our lives. So what you will be working on in this 30-day, she is getting very loud. What attention do you want, Missy? What attention do you want? She just wants attention. So I recommend that you get yourself a journal. This is going to be a journal that you're not going to share with anybody. Nobody touches this journal. This is your journal. You're going to be using this journal. She's trying to get in my bed. Hold on. Okay. And I wanted to show you. So we have this really beautiful shop here that me and my daughter love, and they have these and a lot of people don't like leather stuff, but it's eco-friendly, 100% recycled paper, heart lock with key. It's supposed to have a key. I don't even know where the key is. I'll show you, see if you can see the name and stuff. So I absolutely love this. But again, you want something that's personal. I like this because, again, you could lock it. Nobody goes through my stuff, so I don't have to worry, and I don't have any strangers in my home. If this would have been the time that I lived in my parents' home, then that would have been a problem. Now, another cool thing is that you could add pages to it, you know. The writing, I use my Sharpie pens and it doesn't go through. So you want to, you know, get yourself a journal that's going to be sturdy, because this is not just any journal. This is your life book that you're going to be using. And yeah. She's opening up my closet. She's so funny. energy literally opens up doors. Like, so I see how I wrote and it doesn't go through. So it's quite lovely to have journals like this. So if you're going to be part of this class, you want to. Now, I was going to offer the class and then the class with the ritual. I'm not 100% now if I am or I'm not, because I feel like both go together. I feel like the class is amazing because it's something not only that you're going to have under your spiritual tool belt, but that you could come back over and over and regain the knowledge if you forgot something. And you know, like a lot of the beautiful participants that did my 44-day wealth class, they're still using it, and we did the class back in April. You know, we're in July now, and they're still using it, they're still going back, they're still learning, they're still manifesting. So it's, you know, this is the cool thing about, you know, you're investing in yourself, you're investing in your life, you're investing in shifting your reality. Now, what is a life book? So this is a reason why it has to be very special, and I'm sharing details here, but the truth is that once you purchase the ritual and the class, you get a video that shares with you everything that I'm sharing in depth, more details, how to use it and everything. That's just for the class. I'm not sharing this anywhere else. So if you want to learn this knowledge, if you want to learn this wisdom, if you want to take control of your reality and manifest and shift your reality in your life and just be in control, this is for you. Now, we're doing it the 30 days because we're doing it from full moon to full moon. And we're doing it from super blue full moon to super full moon. So it's going to be just the energy alone. The energy alone is just crazy. It's just totally crazy. So the price for the class and the ritual is $333.33. And I would like to be able to have that before the month of August, because I have to create the kits. This is not like, oh, here you go. No, this is, each kit is personal because it has personal stuff just for you. If you follow the link and you purchase it, you see that I ask for your name and your birthday, and it's important because I energize what you are receiving. When you get this box, you're going to feel the energy. This is no joke. You don't know how many times people message me and they're like, oh my God, when I got your package, I had chills. I don't know what I was feeling. It was crazy. As a matter of fact, I sent my cousin a gift box, and he messaged me yesterday. We were on the phone, and he's just like telling me all over and over how he felt, how this made him feel, how that made him feel. So it's really cool to be able to do what I do and share this magic. So if you want to shift your reality, you're going to want to be part of this quest. This is something that is really going to put you on the front seat of your life, really going to place you at the steer of your ship. You are the captain. No one is telling you where to go and what to do and how to do it. You are going to use divine synchronized energy to manifest and live the life of your dreams. And then I want to share with you a realization that I had during my hermit in the month of May and June. So this beautiful, I had the Etsy Tarot Kickstarter, and I was super excited. It was fully funded at over $1,000, and I shared with it everywhere. And then right after that, people started leaving. They started taking back their funding. They started, and I was like, maybe it's something I said. And then one of the beautiful supporters says, Daisy, the thing is that you say that you're a master manifester, but yet your Kickstarter is not manifest. I don't know. She worded it a certain way. And I said to Spirit, you know, that does make me look wrong. It's almost like I'm a liar, right? So Spirit laughs at me. I love Spirit. Spirit laughs at me and they're like, Daisy, you don't show people your life. And I was like, well, I don't like to show. And they're like, yeah. And it's a good thing because you do have a lot of jealousy, a lot of envy. It turns out that, which is something that we're going to learn in this life book, how to stop other people's lower vibrations from impacting your manifesting. Because a lot of the reasons why our things that we desire, our businesses, a lot of times the reason why they come to abrupt stops is because you have someone that becomes jealous, or they don't deserve it, or like they'll, and they send you that negative energy. Because it was so crazy that right after I posted on YouTube, I didn't know. The funny thing is that I don't share my stuff, but I figured since it was fully funded, that it was fully funded, right? I didn't know that it could actually rewind. But everything happens for a reason, because I'm still not finished with the book. I'm still not finished with the class, because I didn't know that it was going to be like so much detail that goes into that class. Long story short, Spirit tells me to put it on my Etsy shop, because after all, it is about Etsy. So I made a listing about my Etsy Tarot class in Etsy, and the sales started coming in. People started messaging me, and I've been very honest with them because the class is up. So I've added all the people, but there's still a lot of work. I'm still putting videos together. I'm still creating the workbooks, because there's, so I feel like this is a class. It's just going to prolong. It's just going to have a lot of chapters, a lot of modules and outlets, and, really interactive, because I want the people that take this class really be able to open up their Etsy shop, but not just open up a shop, because anybody could open up a shop, but have a successful shop. That is the big difference. So when she said that, I was like, Spirit, I don't want a social media account where it's me going here and there and showing the life that I lead, and look at me, and look at what I do, and look at what I have. I'm not that person. I've never been that person. So I think it's funny when I get like sponsors that want me to like share jewelry and stuff like that, and I'm just like, I don't wear that. So yeah, I could take the money and be like, oh look, this shop, blah 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 blah, and make money from that. But it's just not me. It's not me, because I won't wear that jewelry, so I am a master manifester. I don't have to prove it to anyone, because I live the life of my dreams. I live the life of my desires. I am constantly in the frequency of manifesting. And not only that, I manifest even more so for my clients, for the people, for strangers. I'm able to see someone in need and be able to really go in there and script over their lives and do things so they could realize their desire and not even know that I did this for them. Because it's not about me being like, hey Sally, I saw that you need XYZ, and I did some scripting, so if you get it, kudos to me. I don't do that. I don't do it because of that. I do it because it feels good, and it just is, it just feels good. So I live in my beautiful resort style 3-bedroom apartment, and the happiest place in the world. I am a huge Disney fan. I go to Disney every single week if I want to. I have lunch in Disney Springs. I vacation with my granddaughters over and over and over for weeks at a time. We get to go to all of the parks, all of the restaurants, do all of the fun things. We get to go to the movies. I eat out restaurants with my daughter. That's why I'm chubby wubby. Um, I have a great marriage with my best friend who, yes, we do argue and go through stuff, but we are been in love. He is my middle school sweetheart, and I've been with him since I was 15 years old. I'm almost 50. So I do live the life of my dreams. I do receive anything and everything that I desire. Maybe not exactly how I desire because it doesn't work that way. So, like, and Spirit knows the number one is that I don't like to be stressed. So if that Kickstarter would have funded itself for, like, let's say, fully funded itself, right? So whoever sent me that negative energy, thinking that they maybe probably celebrating that my Kickstarter didn't manifest, they don't know that they actually took a stress because I don't have the class up yet. And I'm not even going to share the numbers because it's nobody's business. It's just my business, So I feel that this energy of Hermit was for me to fully realize my bliss and my happiness. And it doesn't matter who sees what or who thinks what. And I feel like this is another reason Spirit created this life book, Blue Moon Manifesting class, to share with you that is about you, that is about your life, it's about what you desire. It's not about anyone else, no one. It's all about you and just you. And if you decide to do something, it's because you want to do it and not the other way around. And I feel like that is the problem, because I could have, and I'm not saying anything negative about the girl that said this to me. I even told her, please, I was like, criticize away, tell me, because this just shares with me, it's a learning experience. If I can't learn from my clients, then I'm not a good teacher. And because she was very like, oh my God, I don't want to step, and she was just wonderful, wonderful, wonderful person. And the Spirit was, shared with me, and I was, like, that's how I learned of the energy of realizing when I'm in the frequency, like what Esther Hicks and Abraham Hicks called the vortex, right? And realizing when you are in the frequency, how everything just kind of like flows, like getting that parking space. And it's super funny because I think people, the general pop, their mind is, I want to manifest $1 million, because they think once they have those $1 million that they're going to be happy. I work with millionaires that are not happy, and they have millions of dollars in their bank account, but they don't have the love life that they desire. They don't have the family that they have always wanted, or they're being controlled by their parents, because in order for them to have this, they need to do that. So it is not, you think that by attaining certain riches and certain things, that's all you need to be happy. And in these beautiful classes, Spirit shares with you insights on your life and what is bliss and what is happiness and how fragile life is. And I feel like even with all the deaths that we'd had in 2020 and 2021, people still don't realize how fragile and short life is, and how important it is to spend time with your family and your loved ones and the friends that you enjoy. And, that is what is important. So when I am, I'm able to be like, I'm not going to work this week. I don't need to work this week because my granddaughters are coming over and we're going to spend a whole week together vacationing, and I see, like, if people had to pay for my vacation, they would be spending a lot of money, because Disney tickets are $150 a pop. Disney hotels are, if you want to stay in a decent one, they're like 250 a night. Now calculate 7 times 250 times 7 times 150 for each person in your family. Then calculate the restaurants. You're talking about anywhere from $10,000 or more. I mean, I know people that save for a lifetime just to go one time. And I live in bliss. I live my desires and everything that I want. So the haters are going to hate, and it's more about them than it is about me, you know? It's more about them not finding their peace, not finding, there a lot of people struggle because they want to keep this relationship, and they kind of put this, oh, this relationship has to work because XYZ, or their beliefs or their dogma, or because they think that they love this person, and their whole life becomes like a very huge obstacle where they're not happy because their entire time they're focusing on that relationship. And then you have people that have a beautiful relationship and maybe had a hiccup. I mean, something happened. It happens. Like I said, I've been with my husband for 32 years. Plenty of hiccups, or 33. I don't even know anymore. Like, I stopped counting. That's crazy. I gotta count because there's right. But like I have this beautiful client. Her relationship had a little hiccup, and there's a lot of guilt, there's a lot of resentment, and but you could when we get readings together, you could see that love, you could see that wanting to come back together, and then yes, fight for it, and then it's different working with someone that you see that they want to work with you, that they have things that they have to take care of, and that's another thing that doing this class will help you. This class is a life book class, so it's your life. And I'm not talking about 2023, 24, 25. No, I'm talking about your life. I'm talking about this is why it's so important, and why I will share a video on the importance of getting the perfect journal, because this is something that you're going to want to hold and treasure, because the magic that we're going to add to the book, and that's another thing, we're going to add some magic to the book. We're going to add some symbols and energy to your book, so no matter what dark energy decides to try to fuck with you, it stops it at its tracks. And that's something that you're going to learn, because a lot of the times you don't know how many people I work with and they're like, Daisy, I try, and it starts to work out, and then something happens, and then something comes in, and I don't know why this, and I don't know why that, and it's just like, that's why I tell a lot of people, get the fuck off of social media, because you have a lot of people on social media that are looking at you, and you're putting pictures of you having fun, or putting pictures, and you might be going through XYZ, but they don't see that you also have hiccups. They only see the picture perfect life, so they send you a lot of green energy. So it gets to the point that once you're in this divine frequency, that your light is so high that no matter how much dark shit they send your way, your light is so expanded that it'll ricochet. Almost like, think about Wakanda, that beautiful dome that they have around their beautiful land, and nothing can penetrate it unless it is invited in. Think about that. That'll be you. You will have this beautiful dome of light to protect you from any lower vibrations. And it gets to the point that they're like, well, I can't fuck with Daisy anymore, so we're just gonna leave that bitch alone. Forget her, let's find someone else. It's done. So and it's a constant thing, because I fall down a lot, because unfortunately I do have a lot of people around me, a lot of energy, like I said, my parents, I can't even, and then my mom is a drama queen, so she brings on drama, and she always finds a way of putting me in her drama, and then I end up in some kind of family drama, and I haven't even talked to anybody. So this class, this energy, this blue moon is going to shift your intention, your desire. So I want you to think about something that you really want, and I want you to really think about it. It's because, you know, I remember the first time in 2007 when I wanted that, I asked for, I think I asked for like $10,000 or something, and I got it and I spent it. and it goes to the same thing, that sometimes we think that if we attain this, it's gonna fix all our problems and everything, you know, because we have those feeble minds, we have those controlled minds, that we don't realize that it's not just about the money, that it's, you know, another blue moon I was very proud of, because it was healing someone's cancer, and it was a beautiful, beautiful energy to realize and to witness the doctor, you know, doing the surgery and being like, oh my God, we fucked up, there is no cancer, you know. Just, you know, those are, wow, this shit is awesome, you know. And being able to realize that there is magic out there, and that all we need to do is tap into it and to take advantage of these astrological events. You know, there is a reason it's all over the news. There's a reason, you know, all these government officials are like, there is this blue moon, da 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 da, you know, that they're prepping for it. You know, why would these people prep for such events? You know, so I want you, if you decide to be part of this, and this is why I'm doing it now, because today is July 2nd, and you have time to really organize everything in order to be part of this. I will be emailing some of you personally that I feel that you should take advantage, especially that, like I said, there's only 11 slots for the class with the ritual, and Spirit just told me that, yeah, that I need to do the class alone. So the class alone will be 222.22. The class with the ritual will be 33.33.33. And the reason it's 100 more for the ritual is because not only are you gaining all of the supplies that you need shipped to your home, we're actually doing the ritual live. I send you a private link so we could do this energy. So that is going to be amazing. Yeah. I think that's all for now. I wanted to really share, study this blue moon energy. I recommend that you do it. If you can't do it, if you saw this after the fact, it happens. I will be creating blue moon stuff in my Etsy shop. I will have those links up too, so you guys could start purchasing the things that you want. One of the things that I'm doing is my liquid luck, my Felix Felici liquid luck charms are going to be for the blue moon. So I'm really excited. I'm creating a lot of stuff, so I'm working really hard. That's why I love now that I have all this time to just create. I don't have to worry about him and her and them. It's just me and my work and the content, and it just makes me happy. So yeah, I send you love and blessings. I look forward to seeing you in this beautiful, beautiful class. For those of you that are doing my unblocking and the extension of the prosperity class, that should be up this very week. And yeah, I will talk to you soon. Namaste.